Hello. When I do conventional talks to groups of people at a venue, my first point is to explain the location of Parlington and its relation to Aberford and the Old Great North Road, as well as its position relative to Leeds, some 10 miles to the west. Most of my talks are to groups who have some knowledge of the area. However, the upcoming virtual talk on Zoom may have participants from far and wide, and beyond the bounds of the country even. Therefore, I'm putting the introduction section on Facebook to make it clear where Parlington is located. Then I can dispense with this section in the short period of 40 minutes available on Zoom. The two most prominent features left by the Gascoignes are the former almshouses south of the Aberford on the Old Great North Road, and the more significant, but out of sight to passing traffic on the estate itself, is the Triumphal Arch built for Sir Thomas Gascoigne, the 8th and last baronet. So here's an aerial view from courtesy of Google of Aberford. There's the M1 passing through to the east of Aberford, where it conjoins with the A1M, and that's Aberford. So relative to that, you've got the former almshouses on the west side of the Old Great North Road, looking like so, which are often visible, certainly at night. It's lit up, and if you're passing down the A1M, you can see it. It's quite an attractive feature, and people usually think it's some sort of church or something. And that's Parlington Hall, further to the west and southwest of Aberford. That's a larger view of the almshouses. And here we have the earliest picture known of the almshouses from 1854 by George Fowler Jones. He incidentally was the architect of the almshouses and a keen photographer. So moving on to the Triumphal Arch, the most famous structure on the Parlington estate, a listed structure relative to Parlington Hall. It's at the top of the long driveway, which is a permissible location that you can walk up to. The hall is beyond that, and you're not allowed into that area. This is as you approach the Triumphal Arch coming up the driveway, taken a few years ago, obviously in the autumn. And that's the arch itself. The inscription that you can see on each face, Liberty in North America Triumphant, and then the date in Roman numerals is 1783, which was the Treaty of Paris, where essentially how the end of the American Revolutionary War would be sorted out was agreed in Paris. Sir Thomas was a prominent Whig and was rather of the view that the Americans were doing the right thing and liberty was important, whereas George North, the then Prime Minister, and George III took the view that they were insolent colonialists who needed to be brought to heel. Here we've got another photograph by George Fowler Jones, this one taken in 1888 of the Triumphal Arch. You can see at that time how the driveway went through the arch rather than as it does today to the side of it. So this is looking at the arch from the hall side, so the driveway, it goes beyond that. And here we have the earliest picture that I've been able to find of the arch from about the 1860s. This is one of a pair on a stereo picture, so I haven't found anything any earlier than that. The arch is supposed to be modelled on the Constantine Arch near the Colosseum in Rome, and that's a view of the Constantine Arch, which you can see it has similarities, although that is on a much grander scale. And this is just a quick model that I did of the arch some years ago, just to give you an idea how it actually looks if you're not there. That brings us to the end of the introduction on Parlington. Thank you for